Howdy, folks. Howie here. Howie Cat, and I've read Vampirella and Army of Darkness. Yes, it's Vampirella and the Army of Darkness. Mainly it's Ash, and it's in that world and all that. Dynamite has a lot of properties that they work with. Vampirella, they have Vampirella, Red Sonja, Army of Darkness, Planet of the Apes. They somehow work with DC sometimes. They've worked Star Trek stuff. I mean, Dynamite has a lot of licenses in their midst. And one of the things they like to do is mix. Just I've got sitting on my shelf. I've read what was it? Star Trek meets Planet of the Apes. I've got Green Lanterns meets Planet of the Apes, which I don't quite. I guess were working with DC. I've seen Vampirella meets Reanimator. I mean, any two people they can put together, and I've got the whole set next to review of Betty and Veronica meet Vampirella and Red Sonja. That was okay. Oh, that was weird. But if they can put them together, they do. Doesn't have to make sense, and this doesn't. They make it make sense. They make the story work. They put two properties together that, you might like one of them, so you're going to buy it. Kind of a crossover collector thing. If you're an Army of Darkness fan, you'll get it. If you're a Vampirella fan, you'll get it. I'm a bit of a fan of both. I've started to learn Vampirella is really cool. Red Sonja is really cool. Two of my new favorite. I'd never really read them in the past. This story is really just Vampirella somehow ends up in the Army of Darkness world where he's, with the boomstick. The art's fine. It's fun. But you see Asphalt, is in the Army of Darkness world. And eventually Vampirella shows up. And shenanigans happen. It's not a lot to it. I'm going to have to say the story gets you through the fact that it was readable. I laughed. Look, it's a dumb idea. It's a dumb book. I'm not going to sugarcoat that, but it was fun. It was silly. The story was nothing. It was, just a pablum story. The art was clean. And, really what you get is, 100 pages or so of Ash dealing with Vampirella. He hits on her. He does everything. It's what you expect. Ash is being Ash. He's kind of a cad. And Vampirella is dressed sexy, but she's not. That's just her planet, where she's from. And she is from a planet, if you know anything about Vampirella. It's funny. I'll give it that. Would I say go get it? Well, basically, this whole thing with Dynamite, where they put two together, if you're an Army of Darkness fan, yeah, you got to get it. It's an Army of Darkness book. If you're a Vampirella fan, I would skip it. It's an Army of Darkness book, really. She falls into his land, and it's an Army of Darkness book. That's really what I would say. And from what I've seen about the Reanimator, if you're a Reanimator fan, you want it. It's a Reanimator book with Vampirella in it. But I haven't read that one yet. I will when I find it. But this thing is so silly, so weird. It was a fun ride, but I don't recommend it unless, huge fan. All right. Well, thanks a lot, folks. That's some comic talk about some of the weirdness going on at Dynamite. Talk to you later. Go read a comic.